Listen to me. If you are standing at the edge of retirement, or if you've already stepped across that finish line, every single dollar in your bank account changes its job. It goes from being something you can just go out and replace next Friday to something you must protect with your life. You are living on a fixed income, or you're about to, and that means you are targeted. You are targeted by companies with flashy commercials and slick smartphone apps promising to give you your money faster, easier, and with no interest. One of the biggest names out there right now doing this is an app called EarnIn. You've probably seen the advertisements. They tell you, look, why wait for your pension, your paycheck, or your distribution? Take up to $150 a day out right now of money you've already earned. And they shout from the rooftops, no interest, no hidden fees, no mandatory charges. But you and I weren't born yesterday. When a financial company tells you something is completely free, your internal alarm bells need to start ringing at a deafening volume. You have to ask yourself the ultimate question: does EarnIn charge hidden fees, and what is the real cost to your retirement peace of mind? Let's pull back the curtain and look at the raw truth, because what you don't know will absolutely drain your checking account. Technically speaking, and I mean legally speaking, on paper, EarnIn is telling the truth when they say there is no interest rate and no mandatory fee to just download the app and move money. If you want to wait 1 to 3 business days for your money to transfer, the fee is $0. But here is the problem. Financial technology companies do not build multi-million-dollar apps out of the goodness of their hearts. They are built to make money, and they make it by exploiting your impatience and your fear. They do it through 2 primary avenues that might not be called hidden fees by their lawyers, but they function exactly like a financial drain on your hard-earned money. The first one is what they call tipping. Think about that. They ask you to leave a voluntary tip, usually anywhere from $1 up to $14, every time you cash out your money early. They frame it as a beautiful community thing, pay it forward to help the next person. Let me tell you right now, financial planning is not a restaurant. You do not tip a financial institution. Let's do the actual math, because the math never lies. Say you need $100 to cover a quick grocery bill 5 days before your regular income hits. You use EarnIn, you pull the $100, and you think, well, they were nice to give it to me. Let me leave a $4 tip. That sounds like nothing, right? $4 is a cup of coffee. But if you calculate that $4 cost on a $100 advance for just 5 days, do you know what the annualized interest rate, the APR, actually comes out to? It is well over 200%. That is not a friendly community service. That is getting dangerously close to payday loan territory, all wrapped up in a warm, fuzzy word called a tip. The second way they catch you is what they call lightning speed transfers. Life happens fast. You have a sudden medical bill, a leaking pipe, or a car repair, and you can't wait 3 days for the free transfer. You need the money in minutes. EarnIn will give it to you in minutes, but they will charge you a fee that usually ranges from $2 to around $6, depending on how much you take out. Again, you might say, Susie, it's just $4 or $5. But if you are cashing out small amounts multiple times a month because your cash flow is tight, those $5 fees compound quietly in the background. If you run that lightning speed feature on autopilot, you can easily blow through $100 to $150 a year just in transfer fees. For someone on a fixed retirement budget, $150 is not pocket change. That is a utility bill. That is a prescription medication. But the absolute biggest danger with EarnIn isn't even the fees you can see. It is the hidden trap it sets for your psychological behavior. When you use EarnIn, you are borrowing against your future self. The app tracks your hours or your income stream, lets you take the money today, and then the very second your actual paycheck or regular direct deposit hits your bank account, EarnIn automatically debits that money right back out. They take their money first, before you even see it. What happens to so many people, especially retirees trying to budget month to month, is that they fall into the EarnIn trap. You borrow $150 this week because you are short. Next week, your check arrives and EarnIn immediately takes that $150 back. Now, your new paycheck is $150 short before you've even paid your rent or bought your groceries. So what do? You get stressed, you panic, and you open the app to borrow another $150 to fill the hole you just created. It becomes a vicious, never-ending cycle of debt. You become trapped in a loop where you are constantly paying fees or tips just to access the money you already worked for weeks before you are supposed to have it. And if that automatic debit happens on a day when your account balance is exceptionally low, it can trigger a massive overdraft fee from your actual bank. EarnIn didn't charge you that overdraft fee, but their system caused it. So, what is the actionable takeaway here? How do you protect yourself? First, recognize EarnIn for what it truly is. It is a modern, high-tech version of a cash advance. If you absolutely must use it for a dire emergency, you must treat it like a sharp knife. Use it with extreme caution, get what you need, and do not leave a tip, and do not use lightning speed unless it is a matter of survival. You choose $0 for the tip, and you choose the standard free transfer. Do not let them guilt you into paying an astronomical effective interest rate. Second, and most importantly, the ultimate defense against needing these apps in retirement is a dedicated emergency savings bucket. You need a cash cushion that belongs entirely to you, not an app, not a lender, not a bank. Even if you can only save $10 or $20 a week right now, build that wall of safety. When you have your own emergency fund, you never have to ask an app for permission to use your own money early. You become your own master. Not let convenience rob you of your financial security. Keep your money in your pocket, where it belongs.